sing a happy song together, and we'll all be a happy family.
Hi and welcome back to the channel. Okay, just having a look around this tape recorder, and I'm finding more and more things like this capacitor here. Let's just see if I can find something to point with. I'll just point it out. Let's see this capacitor here, completely cracked from there to there. Yes, so that is one thing to address, because that's not the only one. A lot of these things look very crusty, and like something has gone on here. So yeah, what these components are going to test like, I don't yet know, but this is definitely going to be a long-term project. So the reason I'm showing this video at the moment is just to give some idea of the scale of it. And I'd like to move on to doing some other projects and coming back to this from time to time, because I think that's the best approach, considering the scale of this and how tight it is in here. There's very little room to work. Now, that's just that area. Now we look around, there's all these various potentiometers. Probably all of these will be a bit dirty and need a clean up and need adjusting, and I don't yet know if I have enough information to set them all up. And possibly my best approach is just to leave them alone and replace any completely busted caps and any electrolytics. I mean, we've got these things here. Now these are 200 microfarads. I assume the one underneath is the same. So 200 microfarads, 35 volts. So I haven't got anything like that, I know. Not that size, but I just put modern ones in place. I mean, I know some people would restuff them and all that, but people are not going to see under here. That's my view on it. So we'll be just get them electrically working. But yeah, I'm not sure about all this stuff here. It looks really bad at a cursory glance. So that's that side. And as I say, we've got all these to look at, and there's so many potential adjustments to do. So I have to find out what information I have actually managed to find. Now, if we just turn it over. Carefully. Right. Now this is the area I'm most concerned about. These caps do not look great, and you know, look, there's a bit of bulging on that one there. I'm sure these won't be any good, but the worst thing I think is the presence of the dreaded selenium rectifier there. And I'm not a great fan of those. And so the trouble with them is you can easily replace them with diodes, but then you get too much voltage, and you have to find the right resistor to compensate. And wire wound resistors are quite expensive items, and I don't have a range of different sizes. I just happen to have a few that are, when you want 2 or 1, you have to buy 5. So I do have some, but they probably won't be the right values. Yeah, so that's that area. There is a capacitor light down here. Doesn't show up very much with the light. Let's see if I can move the light around. Yes, there we are. Can actually see all that black. That's sort of tarry type stuff that's melted out of that capacitor, and it's the same the other end. So that capacitor also is toast. So, and look at how it's placed underneath all these other bits and pieces. So that's going to be fun, isn't it? So that's the next thing. There's the stuff on the other side, the capacitors there, the selenium rectifiers, capacitor that's blown in half. The other doubtful ones is this one down here. What state the valves are in, I don't know. I don't have a valve tester. The only way I can really test them is if I happen to have something else that uses the same valve and I can swap them. But there's a good chance they're okay. So there's 4 valves in this. But all these capacitors I think are going to be dubious. Resistors I'm hoping are okay. They can be quite expensive items too. Transformer should be okay, I hope. But that's just that side of it. Of course, on the mechanical side, I have got that switch that fell, that contact switch that fell apart to sort out. I mean, that's just going to be tedious and boring, sorting out how that should be and putting it back together. There's a good chance the mechanics would work though, because these belts don't seem too bad. So really I think the first approach would be to try and sort out this area and the output valve grid capacitor, change those, any obviously destroyed capacitors, then bring it up under control condition and see if it works. But it is a long-term project, and I'll have to get the bits, and so some of my next videos will probably be on something totally other than this, and maybe a few weeks later when people have forgotten about this I'll be returning to it. So please don't anyone expect this to progress quickly, because it won't, because I don't have the parts and it's very tricky to work on, and I really need to be able to have time to apply myself to it for 2 or 3 hours continually, and I haven't been in a position to be able to do that just lately. So that's it really. Just to let you know that it is progressing but slowly, and I'll probably be laying it aside for a bit now and doing some other stuff whilst I wait for parts and so on. I mean, this would be really brilliant working, because it's very very well made, originally very good components, but obviously they are about 70 years old now, and just don't expect them to work really well after all that time. So there we go. Okay, well, thanks for watching, and let me know if you have any comments. Right, okay, catch you on the next one, and I'll just say thanks for watching, and bye for now.
Sing the happy song together, fill the air with harmony. Sing the happy song together, that's the song to choose for pushing away the blues. Keep the heartstrings throbbing and the good times